You're tuned in to the Kansas City Weather Report, your daily source for the latest local forecast right here in KC. Whether you're planning your commute, weekend barbecue, or just trying to figure out if you need that extra layer, Wes has you covered. So let's dive into today's forecast.
Welcome to the Kansas City Weather Report. I'm meteorologist Wes Peary. Today is Thursday, May 7th, and here is what's up with the weather. Well, let me just start off by saying I got part of the forecast wrong yesterday. It was a lot sunnier, and it happened. I was proved wrong pretty quickly. I put out the podcast, and then the skies began to clear up. It was great. But the nice thing is, when it happens in that situation, no one ever sends me complaint messages about it being nicer than I thought it was going to be. I actually got the temperature exactly right. It was 60 degrees yesterday. So that usually doesn't happen. Usually, if it's sunnier than what I think it's going to be, it's warmer also. So 1 for 2 on that one. That was nice. Now, I'm pretty confident in saying today is going to be a sunny, nice day. But it's still pretty chilly this morning. It's still like 45 degrees as you step out the door. This morning, lunchtime is essentially what it felt like yesterday, except a little windier. Like 60s at lunchtime is going to be a little windy. And then thankfully the wind decreases for dinner time. So dinner should feel great if you want to eat outside. We'll give it a 9 out of 10 on the eat outside index there for Thursday for dinner time today. We go into tonight and we enter a mild little stretch here. Clouds come overhead tonight, and temperatures on Friday morning are near like 55 degrees. So about a 10 to 15 degree warmer start to Friday, but with some clouds on Friday and maybe some light rainfall Friday morning and Friday afternoon. It kind of cancels it out, but it's still like 70-ish degrees on Friday. I think Friday evening's looking good, and the sun may try to come back out a little bit by the end of the day on Friday. No complaints really about the weather for the next couple of days. Just a little bit of light rainfall possible again Friday morning and afternoon. Saturday's looking good. This is the day in which you got to mow the lawn, do the work, do the yard work and all that stuff because a good chance of rain coming Saturday night into Sunday. You don't want a soggy lawn. I think many people have been procrastinating on the lawn mowing because of how wet it's been. So do it Saturday. Saturday morning, if you're out and about, 55 to 60 degrees around 8 o'clock. And then by lunchtime, it is 75 to 80. And we are in the lower 80s, I think, for Saturday. A little bit of a breeze, but great conditions overall. Once we get into Saturday evening, we'll say 7 o'clock and onward, that's when rain chances, showers, and thunderstorms begin to increase, and a good chance for some widespread thunderstorms overnight, Saturday, and into Sunday. These are just thunderstorms. Don't have a concern for them to be severe. More on that, though, in a little bit. And then Sunday morning, it's Mother's Day on Sunday. If you haven't made like brunch reservations yet, aim for something later in the morning, like maybe early afternoon. If you made like patio brunch reservations at noon, like I still think you're in good shape. It may be like 65 degrees outside, but like just on the chance that the rain takes a little bit longer to leave, I would just advise you to do things a little bit later in the morning or in the early afternoon. So it's like 85-ish for Saturday, then it's like 70 for Sunday. Great conditions. 80 for Monday, about 85 for Tuesday, and the chance of some thunderstorms in here somewhere. Like it's Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe. On Thursday, Friday, maybe there as well. We're getting into a stretch next week in which it's warm. It's a historically active setup that makes it difficult to predict the storm chances more than a couple days in advance. And it's also a situation where it's like if it rains, then maybe it's, 75 degrees one day. If it doesn't rain, maybe it's 85. Or maybe it's 85 and then a line of thunderstorms blows through at night. And then we have problems. So that's what much of next week is. There's maybe 2 opportunities in here around Tuesday and Wednesday and then around Thursday and Friday to get a cold front or at least some sort of system to come through. So that is what I am keeping my eye on mostly. for severe weather chances. And this is a great time to remind you that if you were, kind of shaken up by how active April has been, maybe there were some close calls. Maybe you actually went through the tornado that went from Shawnee to Westport in March. This is a good time to get just your tornado plan, your severe weather plan in general. May is historically the most active month of the year, and so never a bad time to get ready. Edlin Tornado Solutions, tornadosmart.com, tornadosmart.com. John Edlin is the man in charge of this company. He went through a tornado, an EF3 tornado in Nashville in the middle of the night. And middle of the night tornadoes are the worst and most dangerous type of tornadoes. And we may get some nighttime storms here next week. I'm not saying there's going to be nighttime tornadoes, but that's what this active pattern can kind of lend itself to in this. So if you just want to be sure that you're ready for severe weather, even if it doesn't come next week, even if it comes and impacts you next year, you at least have your act together and everything together. And that's what Edlin Tornado Solutions does. They give you a plan on how to stay safe and what to do if you're in severe weather. And as a meteorologist, that is my job, is to help people prepare for severe weather and stay safe during severe weather. And I think this company does a really good job doing just that. And when you go to check out, there's a backpack and like a survival kit that you can purchase and have it with the course that walks you through how to make your family ready and be ready when you go through a storm. You can use my name in the checkout for a discount, just simply Wes. Um, and it'll take a little bit off for you. But I think this is a really good program for everybody to just go through for you're ready because you're in the Midwest. Again, tornadosmart.com is the website to get through with that. Other thing to talk about for the next 10 days is the pressure dip Friday and Saturday, a quick increase on Sunday. So that 3-day period there on Friday and Saturday and Sunday, you may feel some pressure changes, some impacts there. And then around on Tuesday and Wednesday, um, another dip there, and then maybe another dip with our next rain chances are on Thursday and Friday. But the most substantial pressure dip in which you may be feeling is their Friday, Saturday time frame for that. All right, recapping the forecast. It's beautiful today. It's like sunny and 70. Clouds come back with a chance for some light rain showers on Friday, 70-ish again for Friday. You're 80 for Saturday, showers and thunderstorms Saturday night into Sunday morning, about 70 for Mother's Day on Sunday, pushing 80 for Monday. You're 85 for Tuesday. Wednesday, maybe still near 80 with the chance of some thunderstorms around the Tuesday, Wednesday timeframe. And then maybe another cold front around next Thursday and Friday as temperatures try to hold there in the 80s. Thank you so much for joining me for this edition of the Kansas City Weather Report. You can find me on social media at Wes Weather. Have a good one.